Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Much greetings to you. It's your girl Angela Avron, and I am back with another video. So, you guys, we're gonna dip back and revisit the Blend Bunny Cosmetics with their also lovely Beauty Below. So, for our eye look, we're gonna use this matte purple here. Get a good look at that one. We're also gonna use this one, which is like a dark shimmer gray. We are also going to use this pretty lavender shimmer down here, and then I'm going to also use this shimmer here, which is also like a gray, but it's lighter than this one down here that I'm using. I'm going to use this one as well. So I'm going to try my best to put them in an order to where I can, work with it. Alright, and I also thought it'd be cool to do a full face tutorial. So that's why I have like absolutely nothing on my face. We're going to start from the very beginning, and you guys are going to see me go into a complete full look. And while we do that, we're going to chop it up, okay? Alright, so before we get started, I need y'all to do me a favor. Please like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts. It means so much to me. YouTube, as y'all know, we're going through some changes, and which means everybody's going to be affected one way or another. But that's a whole nother thing. Let's just move forward. Alright, so first I'm going to my eyebrows using NYX Fill and Fluff brush. I believe this is an espresso. Yeah, it's an espresso. And while we do that, we're going to talk a little bit about a movie I saw recently. I finally got a chance to see it, and I'm just kind of outlining my brows, kind of creating my shape here. We're going to talk about the movie Obsession. Now, before I get into it, I just want to let you guys know there will be some spoiler alerts, okay? So there are some things I'm going to be revealing about the movie. So if you have not seen this movie, go ahead and go see the movie. I believe it's streaming on Peacock. If I'm wrong about exactly where it's streaming, it is on streaming platforms. Go watch it and then come back to my video, okay? But, oh, I got a hair on me. Yeah. So I gave y'all a spoiler warning, okay? I'm gonna be spoiling, and then I'm gonna share with y'all what I think about the movie as a whole. Because from the trailer, I didn't think nothing of it, honestly. Like, I understood like the concept of it all, and I was kind of like, well, we've already seen the Fatal Attraction type of movies where a girl becomes obsessed with a guy, they start dating, and then before we know it, he's falling out of love with her supposedly, and then he dumps her, and then she flips and tries to kill him. Like, we've all seen that storyline play out, right? I mean, we have Lifetime channel to thank for that. I'm going my eyebrows a little more. Let me try to lay this down a little more. Yeah, it's a pretty good match. Okay. I also want to let you guys know that I'm not going to talk about the movie blow by blow, like scene by scene. I'm just going to talk about a few scenes that I liked or things that stood out to me. And then I'm also going to kind of give a little character analysis, like very briefly, and just sharing my thoughts on them things, okay? So now we got the brows. We're going to go ahead with Juvia's Place Eye Prime, Eye Prep, Primer, excuse me. I'm going to use a little bit of a bigger sponge, and I'm just get it all over my lid. So, what is Obsession about? Well, Obsession is about a man who makes a wish that comes true and ruins everybody in his circle's lives, just ruins them. And the saying still holds true that you should be careful for what you wish for, because you just might get it. But how you get that wish may come in a way you weren't ready for. And clearly, this guy didn't realize what he asked for. Now, the main characters of this movie is Nikki, Ian, Bear, and Sarah. So Bear is the one who makes this wish. Okay? Okay. I'm going to get that out the way. And next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some concealer from Juvia's Place. This is a travel size. That's why it's so small and cute. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and I'm going to highlight my eyebrows. And usually what I do with the concealer brush is I just take a regular brow brush that usually has a flat tip. See? And I just dab just a little bit. And plus it's a couple shades lighter than my actual skin tone, so I just want to be mindful of that. And then I kind of dab underneath the curve of my eyebrow. Excuse me. And then do the same for the other eyebrow. Now this one turned out a little lighter, so I'm going to spread that out a little bit more. This one's a little thicker. I'm going to try to thin this out the best way possible. You see what I mean? I know it looks crazy right now, y'all. Trust the process. What do I always say? Trust the process. Things may not look like they're going to work out, but life has a way of working things out. So just trust the process, okay? Alright. So I'm going to go back in with that brush, the sponge that I had, and I'm going to just fluff it out just a little bit. I'm going to just buff it. And I'm just doing the under the eyebrow. And if your concealer happens to get mixed in there a little bit, don't worry about it. It's okay. We're just softening it out. And we don't want the concealer to get into the brow. See what I'm saying? I still got that highlight, but it's softened out now. It's buffed. So with these four characters, Bear is the one who is the awkward one, awkwardly social one. Ian's more of like the jerk of the group. That's about as nice as I can put it. Sarah is the cool one. She's more down to earth, laid back. And Nikki is I'm gonna say she's kind of the dream chaser. You know, she got dreams and she want to fulfill them, but she really don't know how to take those first steps. She just knows that where she is right now, she don't want to remain. Alright, so next I got my foundation from Juvia's Place. I Am Magic Velvet Matte. And I'm going to take the same brush that I used for the concealer on my eyebrows. I'm going to squeeze it out just a little bit. And I'm going to just dab a little bit. And then what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to do the top of my brows. So I want to be gentle, take my time, and just outline the shape of the eyebrow that I want. Now you're not going to always get it right the first time. That's why you want to go slow and just take your time and go over it and see how sharp that looks. That's what we want. And I'm going to just kind of spread it out just a little bit because it is the foundation on that one. So I'm going to do the same with the other one. And before we get into what happens, as I said before, I'm not going to express these things in order. To me, this friend group are not friends. Like, to me, these friends are not real friends. I feel like these are just people who happen to grow up in the same city and they just so happen to be around each other because they work together. Like, there's some people in life you'd be like, well, would I have ever been friends with you or in close association with you if I didn't work with you? You know what I mean? And that's what this friend group to me feels like. I feel like these people would have never hung out with each other in real life if that was the case. And I'm just take more of that foundation. I didn't dip back in. I'm just taking whatever's left on the brush and I'm just brushing that out. And then I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to buff it again. Try not to get that on my table. But these friends, so-called friends, got some mad tea. So Bear has a secret crush. Well, it's not that much of a secret because I mean Ian knows and Sarah knows as well. Bear has a crush on Nikki, and Sarah has a crush on Bear. To me, this is all too much. This movie, like in a way, like in a non-horror way, it comes off like an episode of Friends. It really comes off like an extended episode of Friends. Alright, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take that brush that I used on the eyebrow. I'm going to put just a little bit between where the concealer and the primer meet, because I want that natural contour from the eyelid to the brow. And I'm going to just do a nice little swatch like that. Now you don't have to do it this way, but I kind of want to make it visible so you guys can see where I'm blending. And then I'm going to take the same sponge and I'm just going to blend between the two. So I'm going to blend that out. And what you'll notice is that it'll start looking more natural. And I'm going to dip down a little bit just so my lid has more shape before I put on my eyeshadow. See what I mean? See the difference? So the scene where everything goes left is when Bear and Nikki are in the car and they're talking. Uh-oh, I got a loose lash. Uh-oh. Okay, I think I got it. They're in the car talking. Bear drops Nikki off and she asks him, "Do you like me? Because if you do, now's the time." And guess what Bear does, y'all? He punks out and doesn't tell her the truth about how he feels about her. Instead, he cowers out and lies and says, "Well, only as a friend I like you." Really, sir? So she's like, okay. And she's like picking up on this weird energy that Bear's giving, but Bear isn't being honest. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going with the Colourpop Brow Boss, which is a eyebrow gel, and I'm just going to soften up the front. And I'm also going to do, I'm going to try to blend a little bit of that foundation in the front of it, just a little bit. I don't want to do too much in the beginning, just a little bit. I kind of just want to feather it out just a little bit, you know. And so he's frustrated with himself because he didn't have the courage to tell the truth, as he should be, you know. So he has the One Wish Willow that he bought earlier, which was supposed to be a gift for her, but he didn't even give it to her. And before he breaks it and makes a wish, he says, "I wish Nikki loved me more than anyone in the world." Just breaks it, just a heartbreak. And boy, things get weird instantly. She's acting weird. She comes right back to the car and she's just like, "Hey, I want to go to your place. Let's go." And and even Bear is like noticing something's off about Nikki. She's not acting like she was just a minute ago. And she's like so eager to get into Bear's house. And he's just like not picking up on none of this. He's just going along to get along. You know what I mean? Alright, so since the only eyeshadow I have that's a matte is the temp color, that purple, we're going to go ahead and do that. And what I want to do is I'm going to take it from the outer corner And then I'm gonna bring it all the way into my crease, and I'm gonna make like a C type of shape. It's kind of wide. Now, let's bring the brush. Okay. It took me a minute because I got a whole bunch of brushes over here, so sorry about that, y'all. But anyways, they start dating instantly. And it's like everybody sees that Nikki's acting different, but nobody's really said nothing yet. Like, people are just kind of watching. Oh my God, this purple is beautiful. Oh my God, I'm going a little darker because I'm putting in the outer corners as well as my crease. Oh my God, this is beautiful. Oh my God. This is gorgeous. Look at this purple. It's so dark and beautiful. Oh my God. This is gonna look so pretty when I blend it out. I did bring this one down a little bit more, so I'm gonna even it out on the other side. Yeah, I want to get this as even as possible. There we go. That looks better. I know I look like a clown. Don't judge me. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the outer edges of the tint look I just put on. I'm gonna try my best not to bring it up too high of my eyebrow. I'm just gonna soften out the outer edges. That's my goal. So one of the scenes, oh, this is a Juvia's Place blending brush. It's one of my favorite blending brushes. Let me know in the comment section, what's your favorite blending brush? Do you have a favorite? Let me know. Oh my goodness. I'm basically going over the whole thing. I'm trying not to, but because this brush is so wide, I am. But look at that. Look how beautiful that is, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I gotta talk about a scene that made me laugh. Like, even though this is a horror movie, I mean, would it really be a horror movie if there wasn't a scene that was funny? Probably not. But there's a scene where where Bear and Nikki, they're in bed together, and Bear tries to sneak off, and he's like slowly moving out the bed. Like, he looks very timid at this point of Nikki. He barely moves, and she's like, "Stay!" And he's like, "Okay, all right." And he just tightens up, and he's just like, oh my God. I was like, geez, what have you done, Bear? What have you done? You created a monster, sir. Now, I don't know, personally, I don't know if that was supposed to be funny, but I laughed. Like, I have a habit of laughing at things I probably shouldn't laugh at, but I have a unique sense of humor. You know what I mean? I grew up on Mad TV. Like, come on. If you're laughing at Mad TV, man, you'll laugh about just about anything. You know what I'm saying? This one looks darker than this one, don't it? Yeah. I might need to add a little more to this side. Yeah. Yep, that's what I thought. So I'm gonna go back in with the tint, and I'm gonna just darken it just a little bit more. I don't want to do too much, but I need it to look even on both sides. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing. All right, now I'm just go back to buffing and blending. And don't worry about if it look all messy. We're gonna go back and fix this stuff up, so no worries, okay? And I'm trying my best not to bring it up too high, Because like you see where my brow is, and then yeah. Okay. Now I feel like this side's darker than that one. Okay. But hey, ain't nothing wrong with the back and forth as long as you get it to how you want it. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with it at all. But I want that layering of color to look nice. So when we start putting those shimmers on, it'll look extra nice, you know? But you gotta have your foundation laid out right, you know? And I'm not bringing it up to my eyebrow. I'm just doing the outer edges. Yeah. Let's do this one a little more. Okay. Now this next scene I'm going to talk about is going to get a little more serious, okay? So I kind of want to give y'all a essay warning, okay? So at this point, Bear knows that something is clearly wrong with Nikki. She's not herself. She has a moment where she flips out the kid at the restaurant, and it's just, it's getting weird. Like, it's getting really weird. You know what I mean? And yet, I really hope I don't trigger nobody having this conversation. If I am, I apologize, because that's not my intent. After this brief disruptive moment in public, guess what Bear does? He essayed her. He sure did. And what's crazy and disturbing about this scene is how she disassociates during this moment. If you've ever seen somebody disassociate, it's usually when somebody is in an environment where something is happening around them and they're not reacting to what's happening to them or around them. So somebody could be in the middle, like in a small space, like let's say in a room, and somebody's fighting. Let's say it's just 2 people to start off with, they're fighting. Next thing you know, 2 more people jump in. Now it's 4 people and they're fighting. There's people engaging it. They're cheering her on. They're yelling. They're yeah, 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 and they're doing this. But you see this one person who's not yelling, who's not cheering, who's not making a sound, who's probably not even watching the fight happen. They're just kind of sitting there and they're just plain faced, glossed over, almost like they got a battery in their back and their battery's on E. It's very sad to see somebody do that in the middle of a chaotic situation. But in Nikki, to see her go through this, like, I don't want to describe too much because I don't want to get flagged, but she's reacting like, it's hard to describe it, like she's not there, she's not partaking in the intimate moment that's happening to her. She's not enjoying it, that much is clear. She's not interacting with it, you know. She's not really partaking. It's like she's just there physically, and this Bear is just not forcing really, but he's really, yeah, he's forcing himself on her, and she's just kind of lying there, not really reacting to what's happening. Like, she's mentally not connected to the actual moment that's happening. And that was the one scene that made me go, oh no, Bear, you're a monster, man. You are terrible. You are terrible. And it made me feel sorry for Nikki, because Nikki didn't ask for this. She didn't want to be with him. Like, this didn't start off genuine. This started as a wish. You know what I mean? A wish that she didn't ask for. Bear asked for this wish. He didn't even have the courage to tell her how he really felt about this girl, and yet here you are on top of her doing your business, and she's just lying there taking it. Like, it's just terrible, man. Oh my God. All right, so the next color I'm gonna put, ooh, on my lid is Curse. Almost dropped the palette. You can't have that. And that was that. Actually, now that I'm looking more at it, hers looks like a black shimmer. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this next to the dark purple that we applied on the outer corner, and I'm gonna just put that next to it. I'm just dap it a little bit. Ooh, oh my god, I got a sweater that looks like this. I know that's just a random thing to say, but I do. I got a sweater that looks just like this. I'm glad fall's coming because I sure am gonna put it on. Maybe I'll wear it for y'all and y'all can tell me what you think, okay? Oh my god, this is gorgeous. I love this. So I also want to talk about a scene where Bear calls customer service and asks for his wish to be altered. This made me so mad because you see this girl is acting out of character, man. She's not herself. And instead of saying, can you turn it off? Can you get this to stop so Nikki could be herself again? No. What do? You turn around and say, I don't want the wish to be taken away. I don't want Nikki to stop being obsessed with me. I just want Nikki to be here with me the way I want her to be with me. Like, that's crazy. Do you understand how crazy that is? Like, that's wild. He literally said, I want the wish altered. Not I want the wish to be cut off and stop so Nikki can get back to who she is. Because clearly that's not what's happening right now. And of course customer service tells him, well, this is how she is, man. Like, this is what you wished for. So now you got it. You got to deal with this now. And then he tells Bear that, oh, here's the real Nikki. You want to talk to Nikki? Bear's like, what? What you mean? Man, all he got was a bunch of horrific screams. Sound like Nikki was in Hades getting burned alive. She sounded terrible and terrified. I was like, oh my Bear, what have you done? What have you done, sir? What have you done? So now I'm going to soften out the outer edges. I was like, Bear, you are coming off so selfish. What you mean alter this? None of this is normal, sir. Why was that the first thing you said? Come on, I don't want this to stop, but I don't want it to get to an extreme level. Like, sir, you know what you're doing. Like, whew, made me so mad, so freaking mad. All right, so next I'm going to apply Deadly Tape next to the cursed color. They almost look the same under certain lighting, and hopefully that won't be the case, but we just gonna see what we see, okay? Yeah, it almost looks the same. There's a slight difference, and honestly it almost looks like it has a little bit of a purple undertone, but it's definitely giving like a dark gray. And the cursed one, which is the one on the outer corner, that looks more like a glitter. I'm gonna put a little more on there, and I kind of want to shape it to my eye just a little bit, and I'm just placing it next to it so I can start blending. That's actually pretty cute. That's pretty cute. So I'm going to take the first brush I used to blend in with the previous color, and I'm just going to start blending in between those two colors. So the next scene that tripped me out, where Nikki and Bear have an argument. And Bear is asking Nikki to be herself, to act natural. Sir, she's possessed. Ain't nothing natural about being possessed. You're not in control of your own body. Do you understand that? Like, what do you expect her to do? She's not in control of her own body. She's not in control of what Bear does to her own body. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And so the conversation is escalating, and she gets to the point where she is screaming at Bear, I can't be myself. I can't be Nikki. And he's just like, he's getting overwhelmed, which is ridiculous because once again, Bear, you did this, sir. This is your doing. You the one broke a willow and made a wish with your dumb self. When you could have just told this girl the truth and got her in a genuine way, she probably was feeling him too. But he'll never know that now because here we got possessed Nikki over here. Jeez. Oh my God, this is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to soften out the outer side just a little bit because I don't want to take away from that tint color I put on first. But I'm sure you guys see how it's looking. It's looking real good. I'm really liking this dark silver purple gorgeousness we got going on here. I'm loving this. Alright, I'm gonna go in with that last color and I'm gonna put it in my inner corner, which was that lavender shimmer color. Wow. Okay, that is beautiful. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh my God. This is beautiful. It's like a lavender duo blue purple. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. So anyways, after Nikki and Bear are arguing, this girl gets up and walks backwards into the other room. And he gets real freaked out and terrified by this. And he's like, Nikki, what are you doing? Nikki, what are you doing? And she's standing like in the doorway, but the way it's shot, you can't see her face. It's like her whole body is shadowed and there's light behind her, so it's casting a shadow. And she's like, don't worry, don't be scared. Bam! And then she like flex on him. He's like, oh God. He's like, he falls backwards. He's like, you're scaring me. Stop, please. And so she walks away. The girl comes back with a knife. I said, oh boy, Bear, it's been nice knowing you, Bear. It's been nice knowing you, bruh. It's over. It's over for you. But she walks back in the room and she's like, okay, you can stay. And just walks for child. Be careful what you ask for, huh? Yeah. I'm looking for my brush. I think, is it this one? These colors are so close. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blend. Hold up. I think I need to put more of that inner corner in one of my eyes because one of them don't look as bright as the other one. So let's pal on some more. Okay, I think we got it. And then I'm gonna take the brush I used to place on the previous color and I'm gonna just smudge gently between the two. And then another scene. Oh, this is interesting. See how it's blending? Slightly blending. I might need a softer brush, maybe. Okay, that one blended a little better. Okay, let me dip a little harder. And I'm gonna just keep blending. Blend until you're satisfied. Here we go. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back in with that inner corner color. I believe it's called Immerse. And I'm gonna apply a little bit more. Yep, that's what I was looking for. So Sarah, the cool girl, remember? The one that got a crush on Bear, remember that? Yeah. So she stops by. She's in the car with Bear talking. And she tells him, she confesses that she likes him. She also spills some tea. Now there's a previous scene where she was going to spill the tea, but that got interrupted. And so Sarah dropped a bomb. Well, not really a bomb if you were paying attention and you understand how friend groups can get kind of awkward and twisted. So the bomb she dropped was Ian was seeing Nikki on the low for 2 years, y'all. Some friend Ian was, knowing that Bear likes Nikki. That's your friend. And you sleeping with the girl he's trying to get with but don't got the courage to. But here you are acting like you the best homeboy in the world. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. But one thing I do get is how I'm loving this look. Oh my God. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so let's close the palette because we're done. I'm not going to do a bottom lid because I don't think that will be necessary with a dramatic look like this. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm going to go in with Essence Fix and Last Setting Spray. Now, you don't have to shake it up every time you use it, but I feel better doing that. Whew. So good. Oops. I forgot it's one click with this fan. I think it goes up to like 100 speed. Right now it's at 95%. Oh, it's 95% battery charge, but it's at 63 as in the speed of the fan. I do recommend getting these because you can use this outside of like applying your makeup. It's an awesome fan. I got it off of Amazon. Super cute. Like, let me just show y'all. You get a good look at it. Super cute. One button, one application. Simple. Alright, now I'm going to go in with Juvia's Place Egyptian eyeliner. And I'm going to do as thin of a line as possible because we got a beautiful gray smoky look going on, and I don't want to draw too much attention from that, but I also need a liner so I know where to put my lashes on. Let me let that dry real quick. I'm not going to do a cat eye because my lashes are going to be pretty big, and I'll show you guys in a minute so you see what I mean. Oh my gosh. I swear I need to get a bigger desk. I keep saying that, but I need to get my coins up and go ahead and do it. Oh, that one's a little bigger. Hold up. Fix that. Okay, now I'm gonna make this a little darker. Okay. So I want to share my final thoughts about this movie. Bear didn't have to do Nikki like this. He didn't, man. Bear was so selfish. Nikki didn't deserve none of this. Nikki's a victim. I don't care what nobody's talking about. She's a victim. Okay. I kind of like the way that bottom looks. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just take a blending brush and I'm just soften that out just a little bit. I'm not adding anything to it. I'm just going to make it a little more solid. I'm trying not to make weird faces while I do it. And I'm going to take a makeup wipe and kind of clean up the outer edges a little bit. But, you know, this movie really is a great reminder that, well, one, be careful what you wish for. Secondly, you can't make someone love you. You can't. No matter how bad you want somebody to love you and accept you for who you are, you can't make no one do anything they don't want to do. If they don't want to be in a relationship with you, they don't want to be in a relationship with you. If somebody doesn't want to be supportive of you in your dreams, or if they choose to not understand where you're coming from, that's their choice. They don't have to want to be with you just because you want to be with them. Love doesn't work that way. Nobody owes you nothing. And I'm doing it again, ain't I? Making all these weird faces. Oh my God. Another thing this movie taught me is be careful who you call your friend. Because, child, who needs enemies when you got a friend like Ian doing stuff behind your back, doing the sneaky links, and yeah, you can't be my friend if that's how you moving. Yeah, no. It's a no. Absolutely no. You thought this was. The only ones I really feel sorry for is Nikki and Sarah. Sarah didn't deserve getting deleted. Her life got ruined because of a decision Bear made, and it had a ripple effect on her life. And it's like, dang, this girl had her whole life ahead of her. She was gonna go to college. She was gonna actually be something. But because you are so selfish, you didn't think how your decision was gonna affect other people. Not saying you have to be considerate, but what I'm saying is a decision like that affects people so close netted like that, you gotta think that there's gonna be consequences, man. You can't just do stuff like this and expect there not to be an outcome. That's just not the way the real world works, okay? So now I'm going to apply. Where's my glue? So these are my lashes from Juvia's Place that I'm going to be using. These are called, where's the name on it? Oh, I guess these ones really don't have a name. Well, it's maximum volume. I'm sorry, I'm not sure I pronounced it. So I'm not even gonna chop and screw it up. I'm gonna go ahead and apply these super cute lashes on. But I must say, this movie is awesome. Now the ending I kind of saw coming, but because the movie was so good to me, I didn't mind sitting and waiting for the outcome. I really didn't mind. Okay, this is for the, is this one the left eye? Yeah. I had to make sure, because one time I did them the wrong way, and I said, wait, why is it so feathered and so much lash in the inner corner? It should be on the outer corner. Lord have mercy. Okay. One thing I also want to give props to is the cast. They did an amazing job. Their acting was so good. I believe I've seen the actor Bear in another film. I'm not sure what I saw him in. I'm gonna go ahead and get this on. But I'm not sure. I don't remember his name, to be honest. But I believe the girl who played Nikki, Indy, oh my God, she did an amazing job. Bravo, round of applause. She did such a good job. Now I don't know if this is her first film or not, because I don't recall seeing her in other movies. Let me know in the comment section if you know she's done any like other films, even independent movies. Just let me know. Oh boy. I think I put a little too much. I gotta fan it again. Hold up. There we go. Ooh. And I'm fancy, huh? I'm fancy, huh? Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put the lash on. So I put some on. And then what I do is I wait for it to get tacky. Kind of dry a little bit. Like midway. And then I let it finish drying on my actual lid. And I think this lash glue might be expiring. It's a little thick. I also like to kind of flex my brows a bit because my eyes are slanted. So I want the lash to be as flexible as possible when I place it on. I usually start from the outside of my lash line and then I pat into place to the inner of my eye. Now I'm gonna try to hold that just a little bit in place. It's kind of coming loose in the inner corner, which is usually where I struggle a little bit, but that's all right. Just keep on trying. You gotta keep on pushing. There we go. Okay, I think I gotta. And I think what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna put a little bit of mascara on my bottom lid as well as my top. I'm just putting a small amount. Because I want my lashes to blend in with the falsies. Oops. I probably shouldn't have dipped back in because that's going to be too much mascara, but that's alright. We'll work it out. Work it out. And I don't have to do a whole lot because you can even bring it up to the falsies if you want. I try not to do that, so when I do take them off, I don't have to do extra cleaning on my lashes. I know you guys are tired of hearing the double click. Sorry, it's a habit. It's a habit from the old one I used to have. And I don't want it too powerful because I don't want it to blow my lashes off. But this glue, it seems pretty strong. Seems like it's holding its own. Some people will put their lashes underneath their eyelid or on, on top. I don't think it really matters, but I just feel more comfortable with putting them on top of my natural lashes versus underneath. Let me know which one y'all do. Because I think if you do put it underneath, it does look more natural. But I just don't want to risk the glue being that close to my water line. I'm not comfortable with that. But that's just me. Alright, so now we're going to prime our face with Revolution Pore Blur. Have y'all seen the movie Obsession yet? Let me know if you guys have seen it yet. But in my opinion, this movie is so good. I had to watch it several times before I came to y'all with a review. Because I had to figure out how we're going to share the review. How we're going to talk about it. With talking points I wanted to use. But this is a really good movie, y'all. And one of the things that impressed me the most was the budget. Like, they didn't even have a big budget for this movie. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go in with my foundation and I'm gonna take a big face brush and I'm gonna and I'm gonna put it all over my face. Okay, hold on. All right. So you're gonna start thin and then just work your way around. Now I don't want to do a heavy layer of foundation. I'm trying my best not to. But you see how my dark spots are fading? Isn't that nice? It's one of my favorite foundations. It's like the closest one I can find to my skin. I believe Fenty has one that's really close to my skin tone as well. Now, see that dark spot right there? Don't worry about that. That's going to be covered with contour, excuse me. But the fact that they didn't even have that big of a budget for this movie, it just assures me that you can do a lot with a little. You really can. It just depends on like where, like what spots in production can you like afford to make changes in. Where are things that are essential, that way you can be like, okay, we really don't need this. This scene we might can do a green screen, or you know, or maybe we can limit our locations. Maybe we don't need that many extras. Like there's all sorts of things to consider when you make your own film. Now I haven't made a film, but these are just things that go through my mind. But for them to pull off such an amazing film and on such a small budget was so impressive. Like even the quality of how this movie looks, it looks so good. The way they use lighting, I was so impressed by that. It's like they were fully aware. I feel like they were paying a lot more attention to the lighting, if anything. They'd be like, oh, instead of having her look like a demonic person, we can just have her stand in a way and have the light shine in a way behind her. Not that it looks, you know, heavenly or anything, but that it casts a shadow on her face. So it's like you're hearing her voice and you only see the small light of sparkle shining in her eyes when she talks. Like little things like that really makes a difference. And even with the room, they kind of did that same thing, and to me I never got tired of it. Like I love that natural lighting effect. Like I really appreciated that they really took their time with that, and they really were aware of like the tone of it, or how the audience may react to not just being in a dark room and then suddenly, bow, there she is creeping out of a corner, or just a quick cheap jump scare, you know what I mean? Like a lot of movies tend to do that are in horror. But it's like they really just took something that was simply normal and really gave it a horror twist. And they did an amazing job. I'm looking forward to more films from them. I really am. I don't know what else they have in store, but I am looking forward to it. I know they started off as YouTubers, but I'm not familiar with their YouTube content. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, so now I'm going to go in with Juvia's Place Contour in Cocoa. It's a cream contour. And I'm going to take a Juvia's Place, I believe it's a flat contour. I keep saying couture. I'm sorry, okay? I can't even see the writing on it. I think it faded away. Yeah. I've had this one for a while, so the writing has kind of faded. You see a little bit, you can see a little bit of where it was, but not no more. So I'm going to just dip that, and then I'm going to just darken my contour places of my face, like my jawline here, I'm just suck it in so you can see a little more clear. Right there. Good. And forehead, where the hairline is. Let me just do a little bit at the top there. Kind of want to darken the eyebrow part just a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't want to do too much. Just a little bit. I usually don't contour my nose. Yeah, see? I hardly see anything. Okay, so now I'm going to blend this out. I think I'm going to use the same foundation. Actually, no. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sponge and I'm going to just, because it has like a flat part, and I'm going to use that for my jaw, my cheekbones here and here. And I'm going to do my forehead and try to get a little bit of the nose. I'm going to contour it just a little bit. And bring it up to the side of my eyes, just along the hairline. Okay. Go ahead and get the forehead and blend that in. Just bring it down to wherever my hairline is. Where my edges are, that's where I'm blending it out at. Bringing it down to where my edges are. I know it looks crazy right now. Don't worry about it. And bring it up. I know it looks wild, right? And I'm also going to pat a little bit just on the jawline. Bring it up all the way down to the jawline. Okay. I'm just doing my jawline for now. Okay. I'm going to take the foundation brush that I used and I'm going to just soften out that outer edge just a little bit. It's a little too dramatic. So I'm just kind of fluff that out just a little bit. There we go. And I'm going to go back at the top and do my forehead as well. Alright, so now we got that. Let me just brush a little bit at the edge of the contour line of my nose. Yeah, it's fine. So I'm going to go back in with Juvia's Place Concealer. And I'm going to place a little bit under my eyes and between my brows and a little bit on the chin. Just do a little plus, just a little swat, and then a dab. Okay, so now I'm going to go back in with the sponge that I used for my foundation, and I'm going to just pat it into place. So I'm going to bring it up to the forehead a little bit, just bring it downwards, kind of moving that left to right, up and down motion. I'm not taking it all the way up, I'm just creating that triangle there. Because my forehead's not big, so I don't need to go up super high to create that effect. I'm going to do my chin, just a little bit on the chin. And I'm going to do my under eye. Now I want to be careful that I don't mess up my eye work here. Okay, then I'm going to do the other eye. just a little bit. Yeah, I need to bring it up a little more on this side too. I want to even that out. Look at the other side of the corner. I don't want to bring it up too high, but I need to bring it up close enough so I can get my nose that little pinch. So now that I have that going on, I'm gonna go in with Juvia's Place Finish Setting Powder and Warm Honey. And I'm gonna take a little square sponge and I'm gonna put it in the areas I applied the white spot, the concealer. And you always want to start off light. Okay, and you put a little bit just down the forehead. And just use a little bit of what was left. And I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. And I gotta tell you that Obsession was something I didn't know I would love so much. I love this movie so much. I highly recommend. Go check it out. If you ain't seen it, I don't know what you're doing. I really don't know. So while we got this set, I'm gonna let it just kind of bake for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with Juvia's Place Blush and Bronze Blurring Pro Palette, and these are just this is volume 1. Look at these colors. These are all blushes. Aren't they gorgeous? Now I'm kind of tempted going with that orange, but normally I don't do orange. Like, just to be real, normally I don't. But I want to have some fun. I want to experiment a little bit. So let's go ahead and do it. I don't think, let me see. Excuse me. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and dip into that orangey pink color. Oh my god. It looks really pigmented. Oh my god, hold on. I got a little bit, so let's be careful. So I'm going to just start right here, and I'm going to just work my way up. I'm gonna do a little more. You always want to start light and then build up, okay? I mean, Obsession is so good. I would buy that movie. Like, watching it and streaming it ain't enough. Like, I would be proud to own that movie. Seriously. Ooh, child. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, this is beautiful. I'm usually not a big fan of blushes, to be honest, but I felt like a palette like this would encourage me to experiment more with it. And boy, were they right. They got me hooked on it now. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. If you're not sure where your cheeks begin and end, you can always smile. Here to here. And I'm going in a little bit more because I want it to match. And also what I've learned from this palette is that some of the more warmer tones, that you can use those in contouring too. Contouring, Jesus Christ. Am I ever going to say that word correctly? Contour. Oh. And you can even brush a little across your nose if you wanted to. Like just warm up the nose a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna bring it more to the front. I like that. Okay. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and brush away the excess setting powder. And I'm just kind of dab at it and kind of gently brush it away. Because of how bright my face looks already, I don't want to do a highlighter. But normally if I do a highlighter, I would do it just above where I place my blush. But I think for this look, I think I'm okay with not adding a highlighter. Yeah, this is very pretty. Yeah, this is pretty. Oh, by the way, this palette has a highlighter too. Let me show y'all. This is the highlighter right here. That's the highlighter. And then these two browns here you can use for contour if you want. And you can also use those as blushes, whatever. And these would be your main, these other 5 would be your main blushes. It's a great palette. And I think it's also travel friendly as well. I gotta blend out the forehead more. Yeah, that looks good. Just gotta do the chin, chin, chin. So did you guys, for those of y'all who saw Obsession in theaters, how did it make you feel seeing the movie in theaters? And I kind of regret not seeing it in theaters, honestly. I should have went to theaters to go see it. I should have went. I don't know what I was thinking about. I wasn't thinking. I know that much. Oh my god. Okay, so we're not done yet. We got to get the lips. So what I'm going to do for lips, I'm going to go in with Juvia's Place Espresso Luxe Lip Liner. It's this beautiful brown color, usually in the pink pins, you know. Now when it comes to almost messed up. But when it comes to my lips, I like to do, see how I have this perfect line that outlines my lip? I follow that line around my lips. If you want them a little bigger, you can always go a little bit outside of that and just go on the line and then just work your way a little bit outside so it looks more fuller. I'm going to do the same with the bottom. And I'm going to open my mouth a little bit to get those inner corners. Yes, inner corners matter. I don't care what nobody's talking about. The inner corner matters. Mwah. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of the corner and I'm going to fill it in. See how I did that? Just a little bit. Because I'm going to create a little bit kind of an ombre. Now you don't have to do it this way, but this is just something I do to help me get the look that I want. Alright. Next, I'm going in with Colourpop So Juicy in, this is their Plumping Gloss Balm, excuse me. And it's in the color Guava Glaze. Now remember, these are pumping. So that means that you'll feel a tingling sensation. And you just click the bottom of it and it come out. Looks like I'm almost out. Now usually I don't use plumping products because my lips are already big. But I'm using this one simply because I love the color. I have no other product that has this particular color, so I'm just doing this just because of the color. And I'm just filling in the other parts of my lip that I didn't outline. See, it looks crazy, don't it? I know. I know. I know. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rub my lips together. Okay, so the line is too thin, so now I gotta make it thicker so it'll blend better. I do like this color. I'm not feeling any tingling yet. Like normally they're plumping products, you feel a little tingly sensation, but it's not like it irritates or it doesn't burn. It's just a minor sensation. And I'll just go back in with the lip liner. Rub my lips together. Ooh, I feel it now. I feel the tingling sensations. Ooh, ooh, the lips is popping. The lips are giving. Okay, yeah, I was like, that's something I do to get the excess gloss or lipstick off. I stick my finger in my mouth and then I just pull it out, and whatever remains is on there. That's the extra. No, that's it. I'm good. Okay, so we got that done. Oh my god, this looks so good. I'm gonna go in with the setting spray one more time, and we're gonna do the whole face. Sprayed a little too much and inhaled it. Oh my god, y'all, look at this. This is the final look. Oh my god, I love this look. I look so good. I mean, the eyes are giving juicy plum, but a little bit of darkness, a little tempting darkness to it. Oh my god. So hope you guys like this look. Let me know what you think of my looks in the comment section. All the products I used today, they're all gonna be in the description. Let me know what you thought of Obsession. What did you think about the movie, the concept, the mini conversations that are building up around this movie? What do y'all think? What do you think of the Bear character, the Ians of the world, the Nickis and the Sarahs? Let me know what y'all think, okay? You already know what I thought, so. But it's a good movie. I do recommend go check it out. If you didn't like the movie, if you didn't care for it, I would love to hear that too. So just let me know what y'all think. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, comment your thoughts down below in the comment section. It's so important that you guys do that. It means so much to me. I do wish to continue growing and being more consistent. That is something I am working on, to becoming a better content creator. Thank you guys for all the love. Thank y'all for all the support. Thank y'all so much. I feel like I can't thank you guys enough. So I will see you guys next time. And as always, much love.